isn't it?
Uh-huh.
You know, some people think rain is very romantic.
Paula, I'd like to finish this article. This guy made $4 million in 6 months, and he started with nothing. Just a few $1,000s. Who could that be? 2 o'clock in the morning.
Do burglars knock?
I don't know. Depends on the way they're brought up. Now, who is that? Why, Gas, who is it?
It's us, Mr. and Mrs. Angostura. Did we disturb you?
Almost. Listen, what were you two doing out on a night like this?
Out? Who was out? We've been home all evening. The roof is leaking in the hall.
See our apartment, the bedroom, the living room. The whole place is low tide.
You mean your living room is filled with water? Why, that's just terrible. Well, maybe you better spend the night with us.
Oh, no.
No. We want you to stay here, darling. Go get some blankets.
Oh, you're a saint. You're a real saint. Isn't he a saint, Herbert?
He's a fine person.
He's a fine person. Saint. Here, let me...
Gee, you know, Mr. Hollister, I can't understand why the water from our apartment isn't leaking down into here.
Well, why don't you call Andrew and tell him to fix the leak?
Andrew? Ha! Some superintendent. Every time there's something wrong, he takes the phone off the hook.
How come they never fired him?
They couldn't get him on the phone.
Oliver!
Is he gone again?
Oh, they still haven't fixed my window. He must have flown out. Oh, may I look in the bedroom?
Please.
Thank you. Oliver?
Oliver?
Yeah, it's a minor bird.
A beautiful bird and smart. Says hello, how are you? Good morning.
On a rainy night like this, I hope he can say, hey, Tatson.
Gee, that poor woman. Windows that don't close, roofs that leak.
You know, if I were you all, I'd call the National Commercial Bank and complain. You tell them that you can't live in this building until certain repairs are made.
That's what I've been telling them for years.
Well, what did they say?
Nothing. They just keep sending me more calendars.
All right, now you do what I do with them at the bank. I'm paying no rent until they fix my window.
Where did you find Oliver?
He was under your bed.
Oh!
Mrs. Gruber, how long has Oliver been missing?
Over an hour.
Paula, that bird must have been under our bed all that time.
Do what?
He talks.
Good night, and thank you.
All right, come on, go to bed.
Oh, listen, I want to see first if you all will fit on the couch. Would you lie down?
We'll be fine. Good
They'll
night.
be fine.
All right, we'll show you. No, it's fine.
perfect.
It's comfortable. It's nice.
You know, it's really a shame that you have to come down here instead of staying in your own apartment. I mean, we ought to take a lesson from Mrs. Gruber. She's smart and she's spunky. I mean, none of us ought to pay our rent exactly like she does.
Once the bank starts to examine the records and find out she's not paying the rent, they'll dispossess her. I know, I'm an accountant. I wish I could buy this building. It's such a good investment. It'll show such a good profit. It's fine. It's fine. We're
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Hey, Mr. Angostura, did you say this building is for sale?
It's been for sale for the last 8 months.
Do you think it's a good investment?
Oh, if I knew someone who could afford to buy it, I would recommend they grab it.
Yes. May I see you for just a minute, please? I think I know somebody who can buy this building.
No kidding. Who?
You. Mr. Angostura.
Paula, can I see you for just a second?
What?
You know the person you know who could buy the building?
Yeah.
You don't know him. Well, good night, folks. I hope you're going to speak
May
time.
I see you for just a minute?
Yes, me?
Mr. Angostura said this is a great deal.
We don't have that much money.
That much? We don't know how much. Let me ask him. Mr. Angostura, could you tell me how much we would have to put down in this building?
About $5,000.
About $5,000. Paula, may I see you for just a second, please? That's much.
That's not much.
That not much is much. Much.
Mr. Angostura, could we put down less from the building?
Well, maybe $3,500.
Mr. Angostura, may I see you for just a second?
Certainly.
Good.
Excuse me.
Huh? Yes. Don't talk to my wife.
Dick, may I see see you for just a minute, please?
Let's go the other way. We're wearing out the rug. Paula, Paula, we can't just buy a building like this. It has to be investigated by lawyers, accountants, brokers. It takes time.
I know, but if it's as good an investment as Mr. Angostura says, and if you could afford it, then just tell me if you would consider buying the building.
Yes, I'd consider it.
Yes. Good. Hey, folks, Dick is buying the building. Woo! Hey, Harry.
Yeah, Paul. Hi, Paula. And I'm sorry for the delay, dear.
That's okay.
I'll fill your bathtub right away, huh? You hear from the landlord yet?
No, maybe he isn't even a landlord. I don't know. We've been waiting so long. I hope we get this building, Harry. I mean, it's been 2 weeks already.
It's gonna be yours. But in a way, I don't know, makes me kind of sad. I mean, once you're the landlord, then you'll fix the water pipes. I guess I won't be seeing you so often then.
Harry, you're one of our closest friends. My window is always open to you.
Thank you, Paul.
Drive carefully.
Hi, darling. Well, how about it?
Not so good.
Oh, we didn't get the building.
We got the building. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done?
Dick, you're not happy.
I've taken every cent we haven't bought a building. Who am I to own a building?
But, darling, we knew that this would be a beautiful investment. Why aren't we happy?
We were very happy until Mr. Stewart at the bank said we made a great deal.
I don't understand.
Very simple. I thought it was a great deal until he said it was a great deal.
Well, back home, when somebody says it's a great deal, it is a great deal.
Well, that's true in a small town. People deal with people they've known all their lives. But this is New York. In a big city, nobody says it's a great deal if it's a great deal. If it's a bad deal, then they say it's a great deal. If they say it's a great deal, then it's not a great deal. Believe me, there's a great deal of difference between a great deal and a great deal.
Always?
No, not always, but a great deal at a time.
Hey, now, you better cheer up. Come on, fella. Everybody's going to be so happy that you bought this building.
We bought the building. Don't leave me in this alone. Sure, they're going to be happy. They figure now everything is going to get fixed. If the bank couldn't afford to make the repairs, how am I?
Darling, now we'll take one step at a time.
What's the matter with the steps?
Oh, Oscar, how nice to see you.
That's what everybody says. Gifties, my dear, gifties.
Oscar, what are you doing in the neighborhood?
Well, I always make a point of being in the neighborhood when I'm invited to dinner. Makes it easy to get to the food.
Oh, I forgot.
You forgot what?
I forgot to tell Dick that you were going to come over here for dinner.
Oh, well, tell him.
Oscar's coming over here to dinner.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You forgot to tell me.
Hey, Oscar, I'm terribly sorry. I haven't prepared one thing. I feel terrible.
Oh, don't be silly, dear heart. We can do it another time.
Are you sure that you don't mind?
Of course not. Say, if you two haven't eaten yet, I know a charming cafe down the street where we can mangeray. 3 dinners won't run you too much, Richard?
It's very thoughtful of you, Oscar.
That's nothing.
Oscar, I'm going to make this night up to you. Ordinarily, it would never have happened, except that something very, very important happened to us today. Now, Dick, I want you to tell Oscar the exciting news.
Yes, tell Oscar the good news.
I bought this building.
You bought this building? Well, cheer up. That's wonderful news. How much did you put down, or would that be prying?
That'd be prying.
Well, now that we've defined it, how much did you put down?
$5,000.
$5,000? Oh, ginger snaps and gloriousky, Dick. That's a great deal.
Well, now, that's what he's afraid of.
Come on, Dick. Look at the quality in this building. It's built like a brick apartment house.
Well, it does need a few repairs.
Oh, they're minor, Dick. What, a little painting and plumbing? You worrying about that crack in the wall there?
What crack?
Listen, with a little wood putty and your knack with Crayolas, you'd fix that up in no time. I tell you, listen, if you're worried about this place, Dick, I'll take it off your hands. Give you $6,000 for it. That's a foul pro for me.
Oh, Excuse me, I'm looking for the Hollisters.
We'll look together. We'll comb the city. Here they are. I told you we'd find them.
Hi. Congratulations to the two of you.
Oh, thank you. Come on in.
Thank you, my dear.
Janice Cradle, the man eating your hand is Oscar North.
Oscar North. Of course, you're Chessman. I always thought your show. I'm thrilled to meet you.
Oh, they say the truth hurts. Come in, my dear.
I'm sorry to intrude, but Carol and I have the London flight and we'll be gone about a week. We thought you'd like a rent check now.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Our first rent check, Nick.
I wasn't sure who to make it out to. You?
No, you better make it out to our company.
May
Do
I?
we have a company?
Yeah, Mr. Stewart at the bank thought it'd be better for tax purposes if the building was owned by a company.
Oh, what's the name of our company?
It's the Crime Time Company.
What? What?
It's the Great Deal Realty Company.
Great Deal Real.
All right, Janice, don't announce it. Just write it out.
Well, here it is.
Well, here it is.
Yeah.
Well, I have to go. I have to get to the airport.
I'll drive you.
That's very kind of you, but won't it be taking you out of your way?
We won't know that till later.
Oscar, what about dinner?
Oh, yes, of course, dinner. Hey, why don't we dine at the airport?
The airport?
Sure, Janice will grab a few trays off the plane. We'll eat in the car. Come along, Mr. and Mrs. Rich. It's Indian time.
We'll be with you in 1 second. 1 second, Oscar.
Oh, did you hear that? Mr. and Mrs. Rich. If Mr. Cheap is willing to offer us $1,000 for this profit, it's got to be the greatest deal in the entire time.
Well, what does Oscar know about buying and selling?
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? He owns a car wash, a supermarket, 2 office buildings, and the Bow Wow Wow Pet Cemetery. Oh, honey, you know, for the first time, I really feel good about this. This has got to be the greatest deal of all time. Come on, Mrs. Van Hollister.
Hey, wait a minute. I got to get my purse.
Wherever you are.
Andrew, hold it down.
Air, fresh air. I don't want my husband knows if the pipes are in trouble or anything. He'll be leaving in a minute.
Miss Hollister, I've got to have some air. I've got to get out of this closet. I've been here for 3 days. What day is it? Tuesday. 4 days. Miss Hollister, the dust. I'm beginning to wheeze.
I'll see you tonight. See you later.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the office. I'm going to have some cards made up. The Great Deal Realty Company.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
Yeah, it's giving us good luck. I mean, we had the building for a week and everything's fine. I'll see you tonight.
Bye.
Bye.
Andrew? Andrew? Andrew! You can come out now and go to work.
Paula?
Did you forget something?
Yeah, I forgot my briefcase. It's in the closet.
I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
Not now, you twit. I built a man in the closet. Andrew?
Mercy. Mercy.
What are you doing home again?
Well, in the first place, I live here. And in the second place, you gave me the wrong briefcase.
He did. I did. Well, I'll get your big black one.
I'm going to use the phone. I want to call the office and tell them I haven't left yet.
I see. Would you take it into the bedroom? I think I want to vacuum now.
Certainly. You all right?
Aha! No, not the vacuum.
Is Oliver here?
No, Mrs. Minor, where's your broom?
Thank you. Sweetheart, I've noticed that you've been a little nervous and jumpy. And I think it's because I transmitted some of my worry about the building to you, but I want you to know that I feel fine, that everything is going to be just all right. Oh, looks like it's going to rain. I better get my raincoat.
Oh, let me get it for you.
Paula, I'm perfectly capable of getting my own raincoat. All right, get out of there.
Bless you, Mr. Hollis.
Everything that's been happening in this building the past week.
I don't want to bother you with a little detail.
I want to know what's been going wrong here.
A little detail.
I want to hear it.
All right, really?
Really, I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this.
It is out.
You remember us? Lloyd Bridges and Flipper? Do you know how badly our place is flooded?
Look, Mr. Angostura, I'm doing everything I can. I can't turn off the rain.
And you call yourself a saint.
Ha! Look at it this way. We'd love you to stay over. I can fix the couch up for you, okay?
Mrs. Hollister, we don't pay this kind of rent to sleep on a couch in a stranger's apartment. Good night.
You don't slam the door on a saint. Oh, Harry,
our last friend.
You sure are, old buddy. Mr. and Mrs. Hollister, you are in violation of 3 fire prevention ordinances, and you will be heavily fined unless they're taken care of immediately.
Violations, are you sure?
The building was thoroughly inspected.
Harry, do you know the inspector? Because, you know, he might have been one of those guys who just finds fault.
He's a very fair and decent person.
Who is he?
Me.
You turned us in?
Mr. Hollister, you have to understand I'm only doing my job. You're in violation of ordinances 345, 346, and 348.
What about 347?
That was okay. Until now. Ceiling structure seriously weakened. That's a 347 if I've ever seen one. Okay, there you are, Mr. Hollister. Dick, I'm sorry. What could I do? Look, the guys at the firehouse will take up a little collection. You know, till the end of the week they'll do some. Paul, forgive me, please. I always wanted to be a fireman. What did I know? I thought it was going on the truck, doing the fire thing.
Paula? That's it! That's the end! This building is driving me out of my mind. We gotta sell it to someone, and we gotta sell it quick.
Oh, we sell it too.
Oscar! Hi. Gee, we were just talking about you.
Well, nothing like keeping up with the trend.
Oscar, Paul, and I have been talking it over, and we feel that this building is just a little bit too much for us to run.
You mean you want to sell it?
Well, we certainly wouldn't want to make a profit off of a friend. We'd like to sell it for what we paid, $5,000.
Oh, Dick, Paula, I don't know what to say to express my gratitude except 4,700.
40. I can't afford to lose $300 in a week. Never mind, we'll sell it through a broker.
All right, Dick. But remember, a broker gets 10% right off the top. You'll be getting a much fairer deal from your old friend Hosky. Just think about it. 4,700. That's a fine, fair deal. Aha! Faulty pipes. 4,500. What's this on the floor? You're not going to tell me this is a champagne bucket. Obviously, there's water coming through the ceiling. And when there's water coming through the ceiling, that can mean only one thing. Falling plaster.
Nonsense, Oscar. There is no plaster falling in this entire house. This house is in fantastic shape.
Well, I have to disagree with you, Paula. When there's banging on the pipes and water coming through the ceiling, it's going to weaken the structure of this building.
Oscar, a little bit of plaster falling doesn't mean that there's anything wrong.
Paula? $4,000. I think I'll pop upstairs and see what's popping up there.
Listen, We don't need Oscar, and we don't need his money.
I can't afford to lose $1,000 in 1 week. Oh, listen to him up there. Listen to him. He's having a wonderful time.
Voicing the situation. Oh, we've lost so much money.
I'm not going to make any deal with him, and I'm going to tell him that face to face. Listen, he brought Jose Greco with him.
$3,500.
Paula, you're the best little cook around. I'm going to squash all those rumors to the contrary.
Oh, thank you, Oscar.
Oscar, it certainly was generous of you to give us a check for $5,000 when we agreed to settle on $3,500.
Yeah, I like owning a building. Besides, it's worth $1,500 just to get a key to Janice's apartment.
It's marvelous to be able to answer the door without being afraid.
Hi, Janice. Is Oscar here?
Yeah?
Here I am.
He's here.
He's here, huh? Take your lousy